you could have taken any number of fights in America, any number of avenues to boost your ranking. Why come halfway across the world to fight Tim Tszyu?
This is a great opportunity. It's not every day you get the opportunity to fight somebody who's in the top 10, former world champion, somebody with as good a name as Tim, and this is the type of stuff that I dreamed of doing when I was a little kid, traveling to somebody else's, land and fighting them in their backyard, trying to take, what they have. That's the type of things that, I wanted to do with my career.
Sorry, how important was it getting here a little bit early and acclimatising? How key will that be?
I think it's important. You got to keep those details tight, make sure that you're doing the right things, and I think that coming this far away, it's going to be an important piece.
Have you looked at the last fight with Murtazayev and think you can replicate something from that?
Yeah, we like to look at the fights that he performed best in, right, and not necessarily the couple fights that he's lost. And it's not that there's nothing that can be taken from those, but we're preparing for the best version of Tim and the most dangerous version, and so yeah, we've looked at it, but I don't take much from that because anything can happen in boxing. And, he won however many odd fights before he lost the one, right? Before he got knocked out the one. So obviously he knows what he's doing, and you can go back and get a lot more from those fights, and we've watched them all.
If you're going to look at your skill set compared to Murtazayev, you're quite a good counter-puncher and obviously hitting quite a few counters. Do you think is that going to be part of the game plan, the counter game?
We'll see. We'll see.
Joey, can I ask which of Tim's fights you were most impressed with of his wins?
I think he's had a lot of good wins. I think he's had a lot of good wins, and the Mendoza fight, the Harrison fight, right? Those are a couple good fighters, and he handled them. He handled them really well. So that was impressive, and he's had quite a few good ones before that. So we'll see.
A lot of people here today. Does it feel like the biggest fight of your career, and how do you expect to handle that?
Probably the biggest fight I've been on the headline, right? I've been on some big cards, so I'm used to there being a lot of media around and things like that, but this is definitely the biggest fight that I've headlined, and I'm comfortable with it.
You were on a Tim undercard back in the day.
Yeah.
What did you make of him coming up?
Yeah, we met in Minnesota that day on that card. He had a good performance. I think it's when he fought Terrell Gusha. It was a good performance, and I always knew that we'd probably come together one day and hope that we would. I want to fight all the baddest dudes in the weight. So this is a good opportunity to do that. So this is a step that I've always wanted. He's been on my list of names that I would like to share the ring with one day. So.
A lot of the chat around here has been Tim fighting Keith Thurman later in the year.
Yeah.
What do you make of all that?
Yeah, we'll see if he makes it.
Tim said that this is the most important fight of his life. Do you think the pressure may be all on Tim Tszyu in this fight?
Pressure's definitely on Tim in this fight. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't have any pressure, so I'm going in there to, win this fight. And obviously, every fight's important. Don't get me wrong, but he's in a heavy spot right now. He's got to win this fight for his career, for what he holds up, what he represents. He's got a country that he represents, and a name that he represents that holds a lot of weight. So he's definitely got to fight for that, and there's a lot of pressure that comes with that. So we'll see how he handles it.
Do you feel he's mentally vulnerable, given he's coming off a knockout, and for those reasons you mentioned?
I don't know. Everybody handles things differently. I don't know Tim personally, so we'll see what comes. Like I said, I'm preparing for the best, most confident Tim that comes. So. We're preparing every day for that version of him, and not for the version that is, maybe dealing with pressure or mentally, having a hard time with the knockout. So, we'll see which one comes, but we're preparing for the best version.
Joey, for the boxing Australian public, can you describe your style to them?
Yeah, I'm a boxer puncher. I can box. I can sometimes I brawl. Just depends on what the fight brings, and I can make adjustments, and I try to be versatile in the ring. So I'd say just boxer puncher, somewhere in the